Welcome to SGA After Hours. I'm your host, Hunter, and thank you for joining us again this week. You know, I am so excited this week because we have a very talented entertainer in Pittsburgh here today. She could not make it, so we have Joey Young.
Hi, everybody. How are you?
We have Joey Young in the studio, baby.
What is going on, Miss Hunter?
Well, right now, I'm going to quick introduce ourselves. So we're on the Student Government Podcast.
Okay, yes.
Okay, you're our very special guest this week.
Sure.
And you know, that's fun. But we're in the Media Hub, downtown Pittsburgh, a space for all people to use, do a thing. So how are you?
I'm feeling really, really great right now. I'm feeling so excited. So many great things are happening.
Yeah, no, so many things great have happened for you. You just won Miss Blue Moon.
Yes. Yes, I am your current reigning Miss Blue Moon 2025.
Tell me a little more about that process and like what it is. Like that's the pageant scene in Pittsburgh, you know?
Yes. Yeah. Are you?
I'm gonna cough real quick.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
You great?
I'm great.
You're great? Cheers. Cheers, bitch. You better watch those B words, baby. That's a Real Housewives quote. Okay, so the Blue Moon pageant is an iconic pageant in Pittsburgh because it is at the Blue Moon Bar, which is an iconic, I would say, the most iconic queer space in Pittsburgh. The pageant was started as a joke in, I think, like 2011 or 2012. And it was just made by Alaska from RuPaul's Drag Race Season 5 and All Stars 2 to mock pageantry. And then as the years have gone on, the pageant has gained a lot of momentum and status because people in the city who have won it are huge, like, pacemakers and huge, like, people that are really pushing drag forward in the scene. So me winning has been this, like, really unique experience because I am the youngest winner to ever be crowned Miss Blue Moon, and I am the second drag performer to ever be crowned on their first attempt at competing in the Miss Blue Moon pageant.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Big accomplishment. No, when I saw that, I was like, yes, diva. I was gagged.
I'm glad. I'm really, really happy. I think it's so cool that I had the opportunity to compete. Like the process of making my package was unique because 8 days before the pageant was when I decided I was going to run.
Oh, honey.
So I said, because my lovely friend of mine, Lydia B. Collins.
Give us a shout out for Lydia Butthole Collins. Tune in Fridays at 8 on MTV.
What? RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17.
Yes.
Yeah, she's one of my closest friends and my really good sister. And we were talking about it, and she had a show in New York, and like some things got moved around, and we were supposed to go to it. And when that happened, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to be in town that weekend. I'm going to be in Pittsburgh. I would love to compete in this pageant, but like, can I do it? And I talked with her about it and my drag daughter, Anemia, and a few other people in my life. And I was like, we're doing it. So then we decided I was doing it. We started making everything, and it was really, 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 really a special process. And it's so interesting to think that like within 8 days, we created a winning package.
And that just goes to show, you know, the talent and the resources and the people around you that you had. That's really cool. And it was all done with love.
It was done with a little bit of hate too.
Just
a little bit of hate.
Why hate? What do you think was a little hateful about it?
Oh, what was hateful? Oh my God. Well, you know what? I think the thing that's hateful about it, that's not true. I wouldn't say hateful. I think that there is a little bit of grime and edginess and evilness in it, and like in the best, most positive way. Like when I made it, the theme for the pageant was Pittsburgh icons.
Okay.
So I decided that through each of my categories, because you have presentation, which is your blue look, and the look, and listen, wake it up, future drag performers, the category is blue look. Everything has to be blue. The metal on your shoes, the metal in your jewelry, like everything has to be blue, except your makeup and like hair and stuff. But I wanted to honor with each category a different Pittsburgh drag icon. So for my first category, my blue look, which was the first thing they saw me in, I did a Lydia B. Collins recreation of her promo look from season 17 of Drag Race, and a recreation of this monster puppet that she made and that she used over the last few years, but most famously when she opened up for Chapel Roan at Stage AE last April. So it was really, really cool because Lydia and I together, mainly Lydia, made a recreation of her promo look for me to wear.
God.
Yes. So Lydia made it, and I also sewed a little bit too.
She sews a little bit.
She sews a little bit, just a tiny little bit, just a teensy bit. And then for the next look, you do like evening wear and your question and answer. And I honored a huge Pittsburgh drag legend, Marsha Monster Mello. And she predates like any person that you know of in Pittsburgh drag. She comes before them. Like she is part of the blueprint of what drag in Pittsburgh is. She is campy, alternative, unique. Like she just represents so much of like the future of drag in Pittsburgh, and you can really feel her influence just like ripple through the decades and ripple through the generations of drag. So I recreated a look of hers where she was sitting in garbage outside of her house, and it was like this like leather couch that was out like literally in the dumpster, and she sat with this big red fur coat on, and I actually had purchased for the pageant her original coat that she wore in the photo. Yeah. And I was able to honor her. And on the inside of the dress, you have these questions. So like for the pageant, they ask you these really like crazy questions. And like some of them might be like, what are your thoughts on the current status of the world? And other ones will be like, what's the phone number of the Blue Moon Bar? So it's like literally stupid and bad. And I was like, okay. So on the inside of the lining of my coat, I like wrote out like answers to like the questions that I knew I could get. So like, what year did the Blue Moon Bar open? What's the address? What's the phone number? What are all the winners in order? And I really played that up, and it was really great. And then like for my talent, I honored the queen of Blue Moon, Cindy Crotchford. If you don't know her, now you know her. And she has this song that she covered from Divine called Born to Be Cheap. So I did I did a jazz interpretation of Born to Be Cheap, and I stripped down into a dress that was made as a recreation of one that she wore in a painting that used to hang up at the Blue Moon. There was this oil painting of her that used to hang up, and I loved it. And she told me in the past that the story of it was that she was naked during the shoot and they painted the dress onto her. And I ended my number by getting completely butt naked on stage inside of a big life-sized box that like reflected what the painting looked like.
That is so beautiful. That is such a like revised and resolved package, and of course you won with that. You did that, Miss Thing. All right.
Sorry.
Oh, let me
sippy sip.
Sippy sip.
Sippy sippy. Wait, what's that girl? That's the Graveyard Girl. Graveyard Bunny. Sippy sippy. Girls that no.
History, baby. YouTube history.
Herstory.
History.
Himstory. Yeah.
His story.
His story. Yes.
We write the story.
We write the story.
So, all right. So, what's your background? So, like, where'd you grow up? Like, who is Joey?
So, Joey is a 23-year-old drag artist. I'm from McKeesport, Pennsylvania, so about 30 minutes out of the Pittsburgh area. I started performing as a very, very young child. I did musical theater for 11 years growing up. I did choral singing for 7 years, and I started performing as a solo musician at 15 professionally, and started like doing gigs and stuff. And I started writing music at 16 and releasing it at 18. So I have this journey of like starting in musical theater, moving my way through choral singing, doing like local gigs and things like that. Out of drag. And then during that time period, I kind of found drag, and it like I went through these like waves where I was like, I'm a drag performer, I'm a drag performer, I'm not, just depending on like how I felt I identified. So I feel like my journey is really, really unique as a queer person, to see that like the progression of my artistry, because you can see there's a through line that like drag has always been a part of like the influence of how I've created things. And you know, I used to do like these like open stage, open mic 30-minute sets at like different like little cafes and places, and I would do like, people would be like playing guitar or like singing off of tracks on their phone, and I have like a headset mic that's like squealing because it's from Amazon, and like I have these like sequin coats, and I'm doing costume reveals, and I'm like running to this back door and like doing these like costume changes. And it's like you could see that drag was so influential in my journey, but like my journey really started in McKeesport and musical theater, and it, you know, gradually bled into drag.
That's so beautiful. Honestly, that's great. Like, so yeah, you started out doing music, and now you're just kind of like, the drag is like full force with you.
Yes. Yeah. I think it's really, really special, because I think that like starting in music, there's always going to be a connection with me to music. There's always going to be, I'm always going to make music. Like, and that's something that like people who knew me from like, you know, before doing drag, or like people who, you know, who know me personally, or, you know, love my music. They are like, when are you making new music? Are you going to keep making music? And I'm like, I will always make music, because that is like first and foremost, like a talent and a gift and something that I have that like brings me so much joy, and that to know other people, it brings them joy. Like to me, I'll never stop doing that. But like my priorities recently have been exploring like the world of drag, because I have found so much of myself in a way that I don't think I ever could have just in music, through doing drag. And, you know, following that path has been like one of the most rewarding pieces of self-discovery that I have ever been able to have.
That's awesome. Yeah. So on a less serious note.
Yes, wake it up.
So that is Joey Young.
That is Joey Young.
Book closed. We started that off.
Yes.
Now, what do you know about student government?
I know. You asked me a question about this podcast. You asked me a question about the institution in which we are representing this podcast.
Yes.
I know that there is a government in our world. And I know that there are students that are a part of that government. And I know that the student government is an organization in which students are running a government in which students are a part of, and are a part of potentially a college that happens to be downtown Pittsburgh at Point Park University. So in short, I don't know anything about your student government. I don't know a single thing, to be fully transparent, but I absolutely love you and I love watching it. And I'm so happy to be a part of this edition. So maybe you can elaborate a little bit.
Let's talk about it. Have you ever done student government in your life?
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so yes, wake it up. High school, I ran to be, what was it, like treasurer?
Okay.
And that's like so shady. This girl in high school did not like me. We were not fans of each other. We cheered together. Don't send her hate.
You were a cheerleader.
Oh my God, yes. Okay, so I'm non-binary, like out of drag.
Non-binary T is valid.
It is very valid. They, them, energy.
They, them, energy.
They, them, energy. But so in high school, I was the first male cheerleader in the key sport in 70 years. Since my grandfather was a cheerleader at the same high school.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so my grandfather cheered at McKeesport High School in 1948 as a junior. And when I was a junior in 2018, I started cheering after that. So it's like this crazy, like, you know, historical thing that like people in my city knew, but like it never really like made its way out and never really like found legs. Like people knew about it. But then I like became like the first male cheerleading captain ever in McKeesport, and like really made some waves. However, this girl did not like me. Totally fine. But we were competing for like treasurer and or something like that, and it was nasty. It was rotted. We were back and forth. We were fighting in student government class, or whatever they call it, government history. I don't know, whatever the fuck. Ooh, clock it. I only have 4 more left. But yeah, we had like beef, and they ended up like, they're like, somebody didn't run for one of like either secretary or treasurer, so they pretty much were just like, do you both just like want to run unopposed and get one of the category, like, you know, one of us would win it, or we both would have won something. And we did, and like one of us got secretary, one of us got treasurer. I don't even remember which one I was. I did it. I ran for student government because I knew that I wasn't gonna have like the highest placement, and my last name's Young, so I did not want to have to graduate last. So I was like, if you were part of student government, you would graduate first. So I was like, fierce. But yeah, we ended up winning. And then one of her friends was on the announcements, like announcing who won what categories. And when they were calling like secretary that I was going to win, they said the name of the person that was supposed to run for that category first before me. They were like, and Joey Young. It was the gaggiest thing ever. And you know what's crazy? I have a video of it.
Shady politics.
Shady fucking
You
politics.
need to send me that video.
We could put it in.
We'll put it in.
I have a video of me in my like homeroom with my like ponytail, and I'm sitting there and I'm like waiting for them to say my name, and then I go and gag. They gagged me. They really gagged me. Now I mean like I'm cool with everybody now, but like at the time it was beef. Actually, I don't even I don't know if we're cool. But you know what? Like in my mind, we all moved past
You're
high
over
school.
it. You're
Oh
like,
my
girl,
God.
like whatever. You were shady. It's fine. You won your little moment. You had it.
Yeah, plus like high school is such like a unique time in life where like we all are going through a lot. We're all trying to figure out a lot. We're all dealing with so much trauma, and like my life was really turbulent in high school, and I dealt with like a lot of different struggles and different like family things. So like and like family health things. So for me, like the way I look at myself then, I'm such a different person than what I was in high school. So like, you know, I don't hold that type of stuff against people. We were all shady bitches, and now we're all shady bitches now. We're just older.
We're all a part of the bitter old lady brigade.
Oh,
okay.
Speak for yourself.
Oh, I don't like that tone, Miss Young.
Oh my God, Miss Young. Miss Young, if you're nasty. And I'm filthy. That's not going to make the cut. That's not giving student government.
Now, President Young.
Okay.
The government is spooky right now.
Yes.
What are your thoughts? What are your feelings? What do you have to say to like those other queer people out there who are dealing with the government of our country right now? What are you feeling?
I think the most important thing to do right now, right in this moment, every single person that's listening, take a second and just breathe. Just breathe. Like take a second and ground yourself in reality. Sometimes the things that we are seeing that are going on in our government above us, it sends so much fear and anxiety through us that it almost feels debilitating. It makes us feel like the things that are happening at the tippy top are automatically going to infiltrate and you know, make our lives so much more difficult. But the reality is that we are all here together. Queer people have existed for decades. Trans people have existed since the beginning of time. We are not going anywhere. You know, us queer people, we are, if anything, more powerful now than we ever have been before. And though there are people that are trying to take away that power, they are trying to take away that influence, you can't take away the fact that we are so visible, that we are so present in so many different forms of not only media, but in government, in society, in the world. You know, I know that the things that we are seeing right now are scary, and they are scary. They're scary for me. They're scary for you. You know, there's not one person, especially any queer person, that I know goes to bed at night and just feels comfortable with the way that the world is. But the way that we combat that is by continuing to be ourselves, continuing to show up, to be present, to be in spaces together, to show up to queer spaces. You know, if you are 21, come out. There is a drag show every single night in Pittsburgh.
Every day.
Every day, girl. I'm doing like 7 shows a weekend. Like and that's insane. Like that doesn't even happen. But like, I mean, that does happen. There's so many people who do that. But like in Pittsburgh, it's rare. So like outside of me or any of that, or even attending something, like there are spaces for us to exist when we feel like there's no space for us in the world. And as long as we continue to just occupy as much space as we want, that is the way that I believe that we can combat and make it through anything. Because at the end of the day, this election, this season, this presidency is going to end. You know, this time is going to end. All these people that are in our way, they're going to end. And we are the future generation. We are the people who are going to take over and really make change in the world. And as long as we stay present and we stay vigilant, you know, I don't think anything can take that away from us.
Yeah, honestly, that is very important and impactful. And honestly, like, it is spooky, but we are going to get through it. And we need to be up. We need to show up. We need to be present. That's all we can do.
Well, yes.
Yeah. So, honestly, so we talked about what got you into drag earlier a little bit. Mm-hmm. But what was a defining moment of you being like, I'm a drag queen? Like, what was the defining time?
Well, and that's like such a good question because, and people in Pittsburgh could debate it, but like my journey in drag is not linear. Like I started performing in drag technically as Joey in drag in 2020 during the pandemic. I was actually doing pole dancing competitions virtually. You know, I know that's crazy. I did pole fitness for like 4 or 5 years. I started at 17 and then like continued on in my journey. But I started doing like pole dancing competitions in drag as Joey in drag in like the later half of 2020, and then like pulled back and stopped because like I was just like going through my journey and I felt like discouraged by people in my life that like didn't understand drag. And then, you know, I was like, okay, I'm doing music. Okay, but I'm doing music in drag clothes and heels and makeup and lashes. And I'm doing shows with other drag performers, but then I'm not. But then I am, but then I'm not. And I had that journey back and forth. And I think that the defining moment for me was, so full disclosure, when I was 19, I was performing underage. I don't condone it. Don't do it. But I was performing.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it. And sadly, the bar that I had used to sneak into was called Brewer's Bar, which has since closed down, actually really recently. But it was the oldest gay bar in Pittsburgh. And I used to sneak in there and I used to do shows. And that lasted me a good 2 months at 19. And then I got barred. And I was not allowed to perform in the scene for a year and a half until I turned 21. And that time period really like pulled me away from my community. And that was really something I needed at the time. But once I came back to the scene, I started doing open stages and different things in Pittsburgh. And I found people like a few like drag role models to me, Scarlett Fairweather, Calypso, Indie Skies, Luna Sky. Like I found a lot of Joe My Gosh, Jackson Fruit. Like there's the list goes on and on and on and on. But I found a lot of people who just inspired different parts of drag for me. So I had this beautiful journey of being a drag performer who was just figuring out their gender and how they identified. And I would say like the defining moment that made me feel like I was like a drag queen, even though I was already a drag queen, I was already doing drag, was last June, I became the first drag performer to sing the national anthem at PNC Park for the Pirates Pride Night. And there was something about in that moment when I saw my face on the Jumbotron and I heard them say Pittsburgh's drag pop star. Like when they said a title that I gave to myself. Nobody gave me that title. I said, this is who I am. And I, was like, nobody believed me. They thought I was stupid. But I was like, this is me. This is my drag. And to hear it through the loudest speakers that you could possibly hear it in the world, that for a drag performer to stand in our city, that was the moment where I was like, I'm a fucking drag queen and I am making huge strides for our community. And there's nobody that can take that away from me.
No.
And there's nobody that can, change my journey. And I would never want to change it. I would never want to be like, I've been a drag queen for 4 years. Like, no, like I'm a newer, drag performer in some senses, but like my journey through drag is so beautiful because it really is like a queer person coming to terms with who they are in real time.
And that's beautiful. It is genuinely like that. I didn't even know that. I just learned this. Like, this is all new information to me. And I thought you've been doing this for like a minute. Like, well, you have.
Yeah, I have.
But like, you haven't like fully like realized Joey Young until like half a year ago.
Well, I mean, no, I would say it's longer than that. Like, the thing is that like, it was more so like I knew I was a drag queen when I was like 16. Like I was 16 starting like playing in wigs and makeup in my bedroom behind closed doors. And like, I knew I was doing drag then. I knew that's what I wanted to do with my life. And then I would feel discouraged. So I would like pull away. And then at 19, I was like, I'm getting back into drag. I'm doing it. And then felt discouraged because of gender. And like, in my community in McKeesport, like there aren't drag queens. There are not people that looked like me. There are not, right now you would not, I went in high school, there was no kid that looked like me in school like this, or even like how I looked like in high school. So I think the thing is like in that time period, I look back now and I realize I've always been a drag queen, but it was in that moment that I was like, I am a fucking drag queen. And it isn't the version of a queen that I was told to believe exists. I am like part of the generation of people who are rewriting what the people in my community told me a drag queen was supposed to be. I felt that was what felt like drag to me. Because I've been doing drag like professionally, like performing, traveling, touring, like for like 3-4 years. But like I felt in that moment like this is what a drag queen is to me, and this is me. That's where that moment really clicked for me in my mind.
Exactly. And honestly, like that, like hearing you say those words is very like inspirational. Because, I can paint my face. I paint my face. And in my head, I've been inspired for drag my whole life. Like, drag is an inspiration for all people. Even if we don't want to admit it, like, our highest forms of expression come from, like, being influenced by drag. Especially if we, like, watch RuPaul. Or if we, do all that things. We're all inspired by it.
Absolutely. And the thing is like, what people don't understand is that drag in its truest form is to create this, like, hyper realized fantasy. And like RuPaul says, like, we're all born naked and the rest is drag. And that couldn't be any truer. Like, drag is taking the most unique fantasy that you could imagine and creating it. Whether you are an artist and you like to create drawings and you want to create the drawing and make it into a thing, a person, or whether it's you want to be a pop star, or whether you want to be, you know, a gore campy, you want to be, you know, like a spooky queen, or
a monster from
a monster, like a monster from hell. Like, there's people that are like that. And the thing is like, drag influences every single one of your favorite pop stars. Drag influences every single huge pop cultural moment. There is a drag queen behind it. There's a trans woman behind it. There is a trans person, a queer person in that room for decades, you know? We're not, and that's the thing. Queer people are not just your makeup artist. Queer people are not just a hairstylist. Queer people are not just a token in your life. They are the people who are giving you some of the greatest ideas that end up getting executed by a lot of cis straight people. And I think that I have so much respect for people like Lady Gaga and Chappell Roan, who are like avidly and openly crediting the queer people in their life, whether those people are queer or not, like, for them to be on like the largest stage in the world, crediting drag, crediting queer people, crediting trans people for their artistry, or for inspiring their artistry. That to me is just the testament of it all.
Yeah. No, I fully hear you, and I fully feel that. Because honestly, like, looking up the Grammys this year, huge.
I know.
Huge things were happening. Huge things were mentioned. And it's like, when you're in your living room and you're hearing them say, trans women are out there. Trans people, we're not going anywhere. It's very like, we needed this.
Absolutely.
Especially with the time we're in. We need this more than ever. And so, like, having you on like a student government podcast, I was like, we need this. We needed this. We need this for our student body. Because I know there are a lot of queer people at our school. We're a gay effing school. Like, I'm just going to put it out there. We're gay. Okay? This school, gayest one in Pittsburgh. Full T.
Alumni from your college, Lydia B. Collins, is from fucking Point Park. That's my third F word. I know, I counted. Don't worry. I counted. That's my third one. Lydia B. Collins is from here. That's crazy. Oh my God, I can't. We have to have like a segment where we talk about her, because that's. I'm sure we'll get into it.
Let's talk about her.
Oh my
honestly,
God.
because
okay.
like that's sister. I don't know her like that, but like,
yes,
I feel her. I love her.
Absolutely.
And like, I feel her spirits like around this campus.
Lydia B. Collins. I'm saying this to my camera. Lydia B. Collins is the only person alive. That's it.
You said it.
That I created that, and when you hear people starting to like tweet that and hashtag that, know that it came from me. When Taylor Swift said, "There's no explanation, there's just reputation," that is me with Lydia B. Collins is the only person alive, like down. And it's like, it is, and it's in her truest form. I mean, talking about her personally is separate, but like, as an artist, she exists in a way where you have never seen anything like her before.
No.
You can compare her to somebody else or some other thing, but there is literally nothing like her. Like, she is just so incredible. Like, she to me is, I've been saying this for years, but like, she is my favorite drag performer of all time. Before Drag Race, before any of that, like before, like I always used to say my favorite drag queen is not a queen from Drag Race. It's Lydia B. Collins, then Calypso from Pittsburgh.
I love Calypso.
Love Calypso. Those are my top two of all time.
Love Calypso.
She's so incredible too. She's like, oh my God. Well, yeah, but like Lydia, my God.
Lydia.
She's so incredible.
The butthole on everyone's lips.
The pucker up buttholes. Pucker up. My God, she's so great though. I love her.
She needs to get on here. Lydia, get on here.
Lydia. I'm like, I call her, just like, hi. No, I can't. I feel like she'd answer, but I don't want to like. I wouldn't want to intrude. She's
busy girl.
Busy. Well, yes, she's doing her thing. She's living her life. But we love her. We love you, Lydia. We love you so much.
Yes, love Lydia. Calypso.
Oh my God, Calypso, another Pittsburgh drag queen, incredible. Pittsburgh's Latina goddess. We love her. She was one of the first drag performers that I had met in the city. And she just is perfection from head to toe.
I know.
just like Lydia, she makes every single thing that you see on her.
She's gorgeous.
Head to toe.
Gorgeous.
Those two, I feel like, are so responsible for a lot of like the elevation of my artistry in drag specifically. Like I've always been a very, you know, in the most grounded way possible. I've always been a talented performer. I've always had that like thing about me. But like when it comes to makeup, when it comes to costumes, when it comes to like the creativity in the drag world, Calypso and Lydia have been not only like inspirations, but they have been such great guides to me. Like they are truthfully like two of the best that Pittsburgh has to offer. And like when I see like Lydia on Drag Race, or when I see like Calypso just in a show, like
tearing the stage out,
absolutely obliterating it. Like Calypso for Drag Race, down. Calypso on Drag Race,
Joey Young
down.
For Drag Race.
One day, I would be honored. I'd be honored because, you know, to see what my sister has done and continues to do with her time on Drag Race is just like so beautiful. I mean, Lydia is the first drag queen from Pittsburgh on RuPaul's Drag Race in 12 years.
Crazy.
And she is like, you know, she's rewriting so much of what we know drag to be. You know, she represents so much of the best of the past while bringing such a fresh and new energy to, you know, the forefront of what Pittsburgh drag is. She really is like, you know, and I've told her it in many different ways, but like she is so just like, she's an innovator in drag. She is the future of drag. There's nobody like Lydia, and I'm so honored because Lord knows we do not need a second Lydia. We do not need another one. Jesus God.
The thing, I think, aside like her performance skills and like her like makeup and everything, her style is what inspires me.
Oh my God, I know.
She is such a fashion girl, and she's underrated.
I know. And you know what? Like, the thing is we've always said this. It's like, if you get it, you get it. And if you don't, you don't.
And I'm sorry that you don't get it.
And it really, like, it's your fault. Like, it's you. Like, you are the problem. If you don't understand Lydia, and you know what? I could clock some of the bitches. I could clock some of those shitty podcasts. That's my fourth one. I could clock some of them, but I won't. I'll keep it cute. But like, to me, it's like Lydia is just like the girl. Like, she to me is the winner of everything. There is no, she could literally, she has like, everything in the world. Like, anything of mine she ever needs is hers. Like, I told her that. I was like, you know, because she's used a few things of mine, and I said, anything you need is yours. Like, it's all yours. And it's just because like her, punching things. Her artistry is just so incredible, and her heart and personality is even greater than her artistry. And that takes it to such a different level, because to be so kind and so gracious while also being so talented, you know, she just is like, there really is nobody like her.
Nobody.
No one. And thank God. Thank God. Bye, butthole.
Bye, butthole. Music young.
Music young, butthole music young.
Butthole music young. So what is the album? Where is the album?
Where is the album is a great question. I don't have an album yet. I have written some things. We have like gone back and forth. I think that right now I want to wait just a little bit longer.
Wait your time. Rain, have your moment. You know, but our music will always be there.
Music will always be there. I will say I kind of like feel like I obviously can pull from old experiences and different times, but I have lived through, in this last year alone, I've lived through such high highs and low lows that like I would have loved to, you know, have tapped in a little bit to the music of it in the moment so that they could have really felt like the raw feeling of how I felt. Because I'm the type of person that like once I work through something and like I get through it, I kind of leave it where it is. Like I don't go back to like, you know, revisit, not trauma, but like I like to let a lot of my pain sit where it is. And once I heal from it, I move on to the next thing. So like, you know, I wish in that moment I would have indulged a bit, but in ways that I would indulge with music and like to express my feelings, my pain. Because as a songwriter, I'm very like autobiographical. Like when I'm writing something, it ties to a different part of my life. But it's funny because that part of my artistry transitioned into my drag. So like whether you notice it or not, and you love a number or a performance, there is an element of my life that I'm telling in every single performance. Like the more conceptual a number, the more of I'm pulling from inside of me to like represent on stage.
Absolutely. More on that, honestly. So, we're gonna wait. We're gonna have that album when it's gonna come. We're gonna have this moment,
and it'll be good. It'll be great. I want to make it something that like means something and that is of the best quality.
You can really sing though. Like, can we talk about? I mean, you can sing, but like, sing a little.
You pay me? Demi Lovato. You pay me? Yeah. Wait. Baby, won't you please come home? No, sorry. I love a singing moment. Yes.
No, like when I've heard Joey. I heard you sing on social media for the first time.
Oh God, what was it? Do you remember?
Honestly, I don't.
You don't.
But honestly, I remember because we followed each other on Instagram.
Wait, do we talk about how we met?
No.
Do we talk about how we met? Let's make this up.
Okay.
Let's make this up. It's so unique. You go. You first. You go.
Well, because it was at that Mr. Small show, right?
Oh my God! Yes.
So we were in line. So I was just in.
That is so true. And you were there too.
No.
I lied.
My friend Faith was there.
Okay, Faith. Hi, Faith.
We were in line for the the 21 under 18 plus drag show at Mr. Small's theater.
Yes.
And I was in line. And then behind me, I see a young Joey Young.
Oh, it was young. It was he, him era.
It was he, him, Joey Young. And it was just the beginning of she, her, Hunter Bradley. Let's talk about that.
Oh, let's wake it up. I know I was at this time, I was so concerned about people remembering who I was that I would wear my merch t-shirt of my song Scorpio with a pair of like knee-high red like patent leather boots and fishnets. And I would wear that everywhere. And that's the only thing I would wear. Also today I'm wearing a Powderpuff Girls nightgown. I'm so sorry. We were giving nightgown core, like nightgown vibes. That was so
This is the slumber party, okay?
Yeah, slumber party. Yeah. But no, I remember I was wearing that and I met you and we talked and you told me, I think you were working at Sephora at the time, right? Or were you?
I was working at JCPenney at the time.
And I saw you there. Yeah. I think I saw you at JCPenney's at some point. And you were working was it not Sephora? Was it Sephora in the JCPenney or the?
Yeah, it was like inside the beauty counter inside the JCPenney.
And that is so fierce because like I feel like I have we met and then I would see you. It's like fate. Like our paths crossed. It felt like it's like fate because I would see you in like weird random encounters of like, oh my God, I'm at JCPenney's. I completely forgot that you worked there. Like, oh, it's so nice to see you. And then it'd be like 6 months later, I'm like, oh, you're working in Sephora. Like, oh my God, I see you there. Or like, see you. It's like, it was just like we were meant to see each other and like be a part of each other's journeys.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, because like every time I ran into Joey Young, I'm like, oh my God, I just ran into Joey Young. Like literally, like you honestly, like it did feel like meeting a celebrity, full T. Like
that is so crazy to me. See, like I'm not going to say like, not like saying like I get that a lot or anything, but that is such a unique thing to me because like when people say that, I am usually like in a dirty pair of sweatpants, messy t-shirt, like
but you have that
pink
purse
slippers,
on.
my tote bag, my mom tote. I have my black mom tote. Wait, do I show it? Wait, can you pass it to me? I think I have to show them. This is what I look like. If you want to think I'm glamour pop star, this is what I walk around with all the time. Thank you so much. This is what you see. This is literally like what is in my bag allure. This is it.
With the thread hanging and everything.
Oh, you're so hateful. Wow, thank you.
No, I live for the thread.
I love it. You know what? We love a thread.
No, it was giving French.
It was giving. It was giving. Well,
this ain't Texas.
All I'm gonna say is there are so many people in my life that are gonna clip that part of you gooping me. That's crazy. Now you're getting into some. I feel like you know more about me than you think, but great. Great. No, I'm kidding. Great work. I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Okay.
What was I saying?
Nothing.
Honestly,
if you know, you know.
Yeah, so we met.
Yes, we met.
Every
yes,
time you come in, like you come in, You come in, and the most recent time you came in, when I was working at Sephora, I was just like...
Oh, you no longer work there?
I do.
Oh. You said it like you got fired or something. I don't know.
Baby, I don't get fired. I walk off the job.
Baby, what you see...
isn't always the truth.
Isn't me finishing my shift.
No. Oh my God. I should... The amount of times I should have walked out on those JCPenney shifts.
Fuck JCPenney's. That's 5. I'm done. Sorry. Sorry. The Venmo to your editor, Faith? No?
No, Mikey's the editor.
Mikey. Faith is your friend.
Yeah.
That I met. Okay.
Mikey is a different friend. You've also met Mikey.
I've also met Mikey. I have short-term memory loss, I think. Unconfirmed.
You're just so popular.
No. I'm mildly concussed.
You did just concuss yourself on Friday.
I did. I was performing at a show at Pitt, and I smacked my head off the ground. So I'm like really spooky oopy that I'm like even awake and alive right now. But I'm glad.
And then I saw you on Sunday, and you were like, yeah.
Twirling. And that was literally like maybe like 6 or 7 hours before that.
But honestly, that was a good show.
Did you like it?
Of course I liked it. I bring my mom. She loved it.
She was so sweet.
Yes. I love Melinda.
That was the last show that the Hard Rock Cafe is having. Ever. Hard Rock Cafe in Pittsburgh is closing.
Rip. It's a cute venue too.
It is. I actually headlined a show there 2 years ago. I did a show called Red Scare. And it was like a Halloween themed birthday event.
Fierce.
And it had a live band, the background dancers, and did a lot.
Oh yes. The Joe Young production, honey.
It was. You know what? And that's one thing that girls don't talk about. The girls don't talk about the fact that I do bring a production.
You do. You really do. Every time you do Lady Gaga, I just ascend. Like Fame, you doing Fame era Lady Gaga just does something to me.
Fashion, put it all on me. Don't you want to see these?
What do you have to say to Heidi Montag?
Honestly, I feel like she's. You ever know when you could say something so rotted, but you like take a step back?
You're like, you know what? Let her have her moment.
If she had it, I don't know.
She's having it right now. Her album was #1.
On what?
On iTunes, I think. A while ago. Yeah.
Okay.
Or something. I don't know. She had a pop resurgence.
Okay, work. I don't know her very well. Like I don't know her. Obviously, I don't know her personally. She doesn't know who I am. I do. I've heard of it. Can I tell you something very honest?
Yeah.
Fashion by Lady Gaga is one of the best songs of all time.
It is.
And I used it for something really, really, really important and really, really special to me. And we were listening to this song over and over and over and clipping it back and forth and back and forth. And like one day I'll post it. But like, my God, I want to say that like I created one of the most beautiful, and it was me and another friend of mine, a very, very, very special friend of mine. We created one of the most incredible pieces of art that I have ever made with the song Fashion by Lady Gaga. And I can't wait for the day that I can like share it. But like, it is one of the...
Is it soon?
I don't know. I think it's one of the things that like, there's certain stuff that I like to like keep in the archive just because it's for me. You know,
yeah.
Like I think one day, like I like love to look back because I think the longer you let something kind of like stew, the more it feels like a time capsule.
Absolutely.
It's like represents such a unique era of my journey, and I like want to wait like 5 years or something crazy, and like like see what it's like. Oh my God, like God, her makeup was, woof, woof.
Oh my God, yeah, no, but that is such a good song. Yes. Honestly, like I remember finding it on YouTube when I was like 8 and I was living my best life.
Working it. Well, and that's why like I love doing Gaga, because Gaga is my gosh, she's my like muse. Like she's my favorite performer aside from Lydia B. Collins of all time. Like I tell Lydia, I'm like, Lydia, you are my Gaga. And she's like, no. But like that is like so true.
No,
like,
but yes.
No, but yes. Like Gaga is just the one. And like I had an amazing opportunity. I got to work with one of her background dancers, Michael Silas. He performed with us in Pittsburgh for a Gaga drag brunch that was hosted by Kat Delac and Violin. Hi, Kat and Viol. They brought him in from LA, and I got to meet him and talk with him, and he was absolutely so sweet. And he had told me, he said after, because it was like a weekend of shows, so I did a show on Friday night, Vane, hosted by Lola LaCroix, love Lola. And she, it was, Anitra was in town, and I did like the Lady Gaga art pop bikini, and I did like the rhinestone, seashell bra and like the panty and all that. And Michael was there. He wasn't supposed to be in the show initially, but he was there for it. And, he watched my whole number, and I saw him from like the beginning I started. And after my number, he came up to me and he said, I want you to know, of all the people I've ever seen do Gaga since the beginning of her career, you are one of 3 people that truthfully hold a part of her essence in your soul.
Yeah.
Like there is a piece of Gaga in you.
When you do Gaga, I see, like, it just clicks.
It's just me, like, and like that was the greatest compliment I've ever gotten in my life. I've never felt more like grateful to have been told something, because it's just like Gaga is Gaga. And this man, he performed with her at the Super Bowl. He was in all of her all of her videos, like Love Game and Bad Romance. I think he was in Bad Romance. He was in like Judas. I think he was in all these videos, and like he did this like the Super Bowl. I'm like, you're telling me you performed at the Super Bowl with Lady Gaga, and now like you're telling me I'm one of 3 people alive that you've ever seen do Gaga, that you like feel her from me, from little old me, Joey from McKeesport. I mean, Jesus God, that's the I felt like life was just achieved.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love it. Love Gaga.
Like, you're talented.
Thank you.
Like, honestly, like, every time I see you do what you do, you inspire me, and you're very, like, just the way you do drag, the way you do art. Forget drag, art. You are an artist, and it is beautiful.
Thank you. That means so much. I mean, to be very honest with you, like, and I do want to say, like, as an artist, especially now, never forget drag.
Never.
Like drag, and I drag because, like we were saying, drag influences art.
Everything.
It's
everything.
It all interweaves, but like, I like love what I do so much. Like it has saved me. Like drag has saved me. Performing has saved me, and it brings me so much joy, because like the way that I look about life, and I've said this since I was a little kid, but like I always had viewed it as like everybody, regardless of whether you think you have a purpose or not, I believe that there is a universal purpose for all of us to achieve. And I think that it is take the things that you've gone through and help people going through those things after you go through it easier than you did. And like, to me, drag is literally the number one definition and the clearest indicator of like taking what your knowledge of it is and influencing the generation coming after you and the generations coming after you positively. Like it is at its core so much about community, and it is so much about building off of each other to like create something of meaning, because you know, when one of us wins, all of us wins. And you know, building off of that success together is what helps create a thriving community. And I think that like feeling that's what I always craved, was feeling like I had a community, like I had people that loved me and cared about me as a queer person, and like drag brought that to me, and performing brought that to me. So to know that like makes you feel so happy, and like that inspires you, please know that like that is what I'm here to do. I'm here to be, you know, act as a vessel, as Lady Gaga would say. It was not an egg, it was a vessel. But I really am just like, my purpose in life, I really believe, is to continue to take all the things that I've been blessed with and like help inspire and connect other people to coming to drag, and you know, sharing their artistry and queerness through that.
And that's beautiful. I keep saying that because I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry,
like,
we're too good.
But it's too good.
We're being too sweet and too sentimental. Should we be rotted?
Should we rotted and gutted
Go
right
ahead.
now?
Go ahead. Hit me with it. I told you, nothing's off limits.
Dylan, say something rotted and gutted to me so I can laugh.
Oh no, well, yeah, or ask me a question.
Question on the story.
Wait, what question? Oh my God, are
yeah,
there
we have
questions
on the story?
Oh my God, there are questions. Fuck.
You almost made me
There's a
forget.
sixth one. Gave you a sixth one. Oh my God, are there actual questions?
Yeah.
Like people ask?
Yes.
Never say anything rotted or gutted to you.
Oh my God.
That's different to me though. Anyways.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm so excited, guys. You don't understand.
Okay. We have 4 questions.
Fierce. It's because I didn't share it. I should have shared it, but you know.
It's okay. It's okay.
We should have talked. We should have keyed
It's
it.
all good.
Okay.
All right. First question is, we already answered this one. How did you get in the drag scene of Pittsburgh?
Yes.
You
Open
were-
stages.
And you were also underage performing, but
Yeah, underage performing. Follow, if you want to know the easiest ways to like get into the Pittsburgh drag scene, follow drag performers from the Pittsburgh community. Go to open stages, go to shows, perform, meet people.
observe, look,
And learn.
Because it's all learning experience. That's how you do drag, baby.
That's how you do drag.
Baby, right now I'm doing drag right now.
Well, we won't go there, but yes, you absolutely are giving drags. It's giving drag it to the curb.
All right.
Oh. She didn't even hear me. It was so soft and supple, just like me.
All right, next question is, oh, by the way, Kyle asked 3 questions. Our president asked us 3 questions.
Oh, okay.
So, second question from Kyle. Opinions on this season of Drag Race?
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I love it. I mean, Lydia B. Collins being a part of anything is something that I will watch. I mean, I obviously watched Drag Race before Lydia.
Yeah.
But it's so good. It's so good. It's so juicy. Lexi Love
is gonna be here this.
Oh my God, she's here this Friday at P-Town Bar, hosted by Indica and Joe. My gosh,
I can't go.
Oh, I know. That's so sad for you. Why can't you go?
I have a date.
Then take your date to P-Town.
He's 20. He's not old enough to get into the bar.
Oh, so you're a cougar.
I'm 21. I just turned 21.
Ah, I see.
I'm a young, petite little woman who's just,
young. We won't go there. No, I'm kidding. Love RuPaul's Drag Race. Love this season. It's so fierce. It's so great. And the queens are honestly bringing such great TV. And there's such great runways. Arietti is incredible on this fucking runway. Loving Corey King. Shout out to the kingdom. I love Corey. Corey's good sister of mine. Lana Gervais. We love Lana as well. The girls are really nice, and to be honest, they are so nice in person as well. I've had like the privilege of getting to be close with a good bit of them and talk to them, and they are just so cool.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Corey King, I watched Corey King's like YouTube channel before this thing did drag.
Oh my! Before she did drag?
Yes, before this thing was up in drags, I was watching. She would play with like dolls and do like a parody series of Drag Race with her dolls, and it would make me laugh so hard. Cause at heart, like my art form is dolls. I'm a doll collector. First things first. About me, and my dolls, everything. Corey King loves a doll too. I love Corey King.
Oh. We need to send this to her then. We'll have to clip this part and send it.
I
will tag her.
Corey King.
Corey, we love you. I love Corey is like, to be very honest, like aside from Lydia to me, Corey is like the girl of the season.
She is. She's like, she just has a lot of things about her that's like just.
Like everybody's incredible. Everyone's great. And everyone's going to have an amazing career and amazing future.
Oh, yeah.
But when I saw Corey for the first time, like shaking the cup and then walking in, I just like knew, you just know. And she to me is like the future. Like when we look back like 10 years and we look at like Bob and Alaska and Bianca.
She would be very popular.
She is going to be like this generation's version of like those queens, like of that era. She is going to be one of the people that I feel like we remember for years and years and years and years to come. Love you, Corey. I love Corey so much.
Yes. This next question is shady. Kyle, you are shady and you are gutted. This says, what is Hunter wearing from the waist down?
Oh, do I give it to, wait, turn to me a little bit. I'm going to do like a pageant. Okay. What's your last name? Or do you have a drag name? Is your Hunter what?
Should my drag name have Hunter in it? Or
Hunter Shake Him? Shank Him? Hunter Shank Him?
See, here's the thing. My drag name is 16. Backstory. I did drag at one point in my life. I was 16. I was up in the COVIDs. I was doing drag in my house. And then, actually, did you know that the Andy Warhol Museum used to do like drag classes over the summers with like youth?
Was it like, was it taught by a queen?
Yeah.
Was it Allura Chateau?
I think so, yeah.
Allura Chateau.
And so I did. It was two. There was two. That one and another one.
Allura Chateau.
And I was I did one of the classes, and I did a whole moment. I'll put a picture of me first time in drag. What? It was crazy.
And you know what I love about putting things in post? That I don't have to see it in person. I love it.
And then I also put the clip of me falling on my ass lip syncing.
well, yes. Now I do want to see that
I'll show
in
you
person.
that after.
Yeah, once the cameras are done.
Yes,
of course.
it's
Yes.
the whole. I did Rita's Highway on was XS, and
Oh
baby,
my God.
it wasn't XS. It was not enough.
Oh my God, that is crazy. Okay, wait. So then, what was your drag name?
Ginger Snap.
Ginger Snap. Okay, so Ginger Snap is wearing. The only thing that I could describe is a gray stained pair of sweatpants, Point Park, adorned with a lovely pair of white sneakers that were white, but are now off white. And by off white, I mean brown. Stained sneakers and no socks.
I'm wearing socks.
Oh, ugly socks. Never mind. Ugly. No, I'm just kidding. Hunter is beautiful from the waist up. And then from the waist down, she is here. So that is.
And I showed up and did my job. Kyle, thank you.
Thank you, Kyle. Love you, Kyle.
All right. Dylan, do you want to ask this in person or do you want me to say it?
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay, so Dylan asked, what is your favorite Sabrina song to perform? And what is your favorite Sabrina song in general? Listening wise.
That's fierce. Okay. Favorite Sabrina song to perform is Taste, but the live studio version from the tour, because I hand sewed and made the rhinestone towel. So I made I had rhinestone sheet fabric and I hand sewed all of this to it for Halloween this year. So I love performing that. And then I think my favorite one to listen to, oh my gosh, I like listening to all of them, but I love the don't smell me cause I happen made me crazy. It's so sad and melancholy, and I think for me with Sabrina, obviously love her pop work, love her her radio type music, but her ballads and her R&B flair, it is, and I know it's so good. And I love it because she's very similar to Ariana Grande in that way, where it's you can tell that there is music that is definitely very commercial. It's very popular. It's very we're ready for the radio. This is the single. But the beauty in their artistry and the way that they talk about it is that so much of the core of their artist comes from R&B and ballads and making stuff like that. And that's how I am as an artist as well. So I love a ballad from Sabrina.
I'm gonna answer this question too because I love Sabrina Carpenter. If I were to perform a Sabrina Carpenter song, honestly, I would probably perform Nonsense. I think that'd be so fun.
I just did that this weekend.
Oh my God. And then honestly my favorite Sabrina song to listen to, probably hold on, I have to see the track list.
Pull up a discography. She doesn't know. I also love Coincidence.
Oh yes.
Oh, it's so good. My gosh. Are you a big Sabrina Carpenter fan?
I have been for.
Oh, I love that.
I'm kind of pressed. I want a gatekeeper.
Oh, okay. I feel that.
Okay, I really do like
You give me Juno.
I like Juno, but I like Fast Times and I like the intro to Emails I Can't Send a lot.
Oh, okay. Work.
I love Emails I Can't Send. That album is too good.
You do like the album?
I do.
Okay.
I like Short and Sweet too, but Emails I Can't Send is better. Sorry about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't really get into Emails That I Can't Send, but I do listen to some of it. I have listened to some of it.
Love that album.
Oh, because I liked a boy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
I cried listening to that album many a times. You know.
I shouldn't have asked this question because I just want to keep talking.
Oh my God! Listen, let's have a Sabrina themed one. Bring me back. We talk about Sabrina.
You'll wear the outfit.
Oh, I will. I'll bring the towel. And I'll wear my shitty hard front wig. Oh, that's a seventh one. My God, I'm in trouble. I'm so banned.
Joey, troublemaker young. Well, you know what? I fear we are capping on time right now.
Oh my God. Okay.
But
No, it's okay. That's fine. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Joey Young doesn't want to leave the SGA podcast.
This was so much fun. This was my first ever in-person filmed podcast I did. So I just had the absolute best time keying with you, talking to you.
I love keying with Joey Young. Can we talk about it?
I love keying with Ginger Snap. Let's not talk about it. No, you just you are absolutely incredible, and I see your future in drag being so bright once you get those brows glued down correctly, and
oatmeal.
And you know what? I wouldn't say oatmeal.
You wouldn't say oatmeal?
I wouldn't say oatmeal.
It's not quite there.
I wouldn't say anything, but I wouldn't definitely. No, just kidding. No, but like Hunter, like you were absolutely so incredible. And when I saw that you guys did this podcast, I was like, bring me on, bring me on, bring me on. I'm ready. Tap me in, coach. I'm ready to get in. I'm ready to key with the girls.
Yes, honey. And the girls love Joey Young.
I love that. I'm so happy to hear that. You know, you never know.
You never know.
I feel like we'll talk off camera. We'll talk off camera, but yes.
Yeah, well, this is our slumber party. Now we're going to go play Truth or Dare.
We should have did that on camera. Oh my God.
Next time we'll play Truth or Dare. But for now, this was SGA After Hours. I'm your host, Hunter. This is your guest, Joey Young. And you have a great evening, rest of your homework session, however you're watching this or not watching this. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow us on TikTok and Instagram, because we're not banned, baby. We're here. All right. You guys have a great rest of your day. And this was SGA After Hours. Bye.
Bye.